What's up, guys? Welcome back to Almost Functional. About to get into the breakdown of round 5 for ATC. Once again, I jumped on a matchup that nobody else really wanted to deal with. I jumped onto the Genestealer cult. So he had an Abominate, he had an Acolyte Icon Ward, a Biophagus, Clamavis, Jackal Alphys, Nexus, Nexos, Primus, Reductive Saboteur. He had what was it, 9, 10, not a 10-man hybrid squad, 20-man hybrid, 20-man hybrid, 20-man hybrid. So he had three 20-mans and a 10-man. Then he had a 10-man neophyte hybrid, 10 aberrants, a ridge runner, uh, and a what was it, four jackals and a wolf quad. Then he had three 5-man pure strain Genestealer squads. So this actually ended up going first in this game for the first time all day. I had gone for second in my last two matchups. Uh, so I had theory crafted how to fight Genestealer Cult. The all the indirect and the blast supposedly is really good into it. Try to slow down the aberrants and Genestealers with Thunderfires, and when you can, kill the squads down to like a couple guys. Don't fully kill them so they can bring back blips. Just stuff like that. Never put into practice. Just thoughts. So first turn, I am able to pick up one Genestealer squad and Thunderfire and slow down the aberrants. So my turn one, I got Area Denial and Secure No Man's Land. With the scouts out, fairly easy to do. I definitely put them out to stop the scout moves, infiltrates from the Genestealers and stuff. Then on his turn, he was able to get Cleanse. He got Capture Enemy Outpost, or got Investigate Signals, discarded it, and then got Capture Enemy Outpost. He ended up holding on to it at the end of his turn because he thought with his army he might be able to get it. So then on my turn, we were doing the take and hold mission. So I held two. I cleansed and engaged on all fronts. I was able to bring in some Inceptors. Put some shots onto his Ridge Runner, didn't kill it. Then I held him to a 5. He was able to storm hostile objective. Uh, and at this point, I'm just shooting stuff. I just kept slowing the aberrants down because he kept trying to protect. When he'd bring in his big squads and stuff, he kept trying to protect them with his strat to make stuff untargetable. And he let me keep slowing down the aberrants, which I believe may have been a mistake, but don't have enough reps into the to know for sure. But the aberrants never really got into anything good until they were down to the one guy and one aberrant and the character. So they never really did a lot, although they did manage to eventually pick up the ballistics and stuff on the one flank. But by that point, it held them off for a long time. Uh, yeah. So I'm getting up on points. So then I get a 15 on take and hold. And then I got a 5 on extend battle lines. I wasn't able to overwhelming force because he had actually didn't really have much on objectives. He made one unit untargetable. The other unit was just off the objective because he just brought them back. So then his turn, he was able to get a 10. He was able to secure no man's land and engage on all fronts. And at this point, pretty much all his stuff's in. Now he's starting to bring a couple things back. So he's able to hold me to a 5. I am able to get a tempting target and storm hostile objective because I was able to, because he had all three middle ones. So no matter which one he picked, as long as I was able to take it and control it, I would get the 10 there. So that was a nice secondary draw for me because he's got lots of units, but they're not that hard to kill. So then that actually was able to hold him to a 5 again. And then he got engage and no prisoners because now he starts killing some of my littler stuff. So then I only get a 5 again. Uh, I He has too much control of the middle, and I don't have anything to drop in his side anymore, so I can't deploy. But I do manage to just basically put all the shooting I have left into finishing off the Abominate, who had already put down once and it got up. So I only had like 2 or 3 wounds left at this point. So I was able to get those 5. Scoring at the end, he gets to score at the end of his turn, so he's easily able to get to 15. He got 5 for tempting target, and for some reason on this picture I don't have his last one. But let's see, 10, 20, 5, 31. So he has something down here he scored 3 on. Maybe deploy teleport homers, because I did still have control of my deployment zone. So he may have just been able to homer in the middle or something. But he did something else for 3 here. So we end up tying on primary, and I end up getting him by 6 on secondary. So I ended up getting 11-9 win into Genestealer Cult. Matchup went pretty much how I thought. Everything performed the way it was expected to. He did admittedly say he did not. He only had just the Saboteur with the demo charges. He didn't. So I don't know. People who have more experience against Jesus Cult may know this may not be a really top level list. So I may playing into a good Genestealer Cult list. If this isn't a good Genestealer Cult list, I'm saying I don't know. But if it's not, maybe when I play into a good one, things won't go any nearly as well as I think they should compared to how this matchup went. But this went the way I thought the Genestealer Cult matchup would mostly go. Uh, Although I thought I would lose 11-9, 12-8, but I was actually able to get an 11-9. I believe if he makes the Abominants untargetable so I can't slow them down as opposed to the other stuff, they get to me quicker and start picking stuff up. Maybe that swings it back in his favor. I'm not sure, but then I'm killing all his mission play elements. So I'm not actually sure if that was or was not the right choice for him. I just know they were the scariest thing to me, and I was able to keep them off me most of the game. But once again, took the thing nobody else wanted and did my job. Got actually 11-9 victory, so I was real happy about that. Although the team did end up losing the round because some of the other pairings didn't go quite as well as we had hoped. But overall, happy with how this went. List performed the way I thought. So not really much else to say. I think I deployed well. I don't think I made any mistakes. I think this was my best played game of the weekend, with the night game round 1 being second because I was fresh and I had reps into nights, so I kind of knew what to do in that mission. So this is probably, I would say, my best played game of the weekend. Not much else really to get into here. I don't really have any great plays I made. It was all just minor strategic, just delay him, do what I need to do. And I don't have any huge mistakes to pick at in this game, I don't think. Was able to pick up a couple blips with Ragnar charge and then a Scepter charge, just getting into spots because with the infiltrators I was keeping. So picked up a couple blips which helped. But overall, I was really happy with this round. Not much else to break down there. So I will get back to you guys with the round 6.